September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 1. Oh boy. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor, the prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by the window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in the girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue? Floor plans has been added to the evidence. Now, detective? Yes, sir. You immediately arrest Miss May Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe? Please testify to the court about this hard evidence. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss May Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss May Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, sir, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh! Smack! Hey, May just threw something at me. What is this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slipped up and said something wrong. It worked lots of the times. I should have expected May would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give it a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Mayfair, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Mayfair. Why, we had an eyewitness account describe her. The witness saw Miss May at the very moment of the murder. Just hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? Yes, I heard you say it. You did say it. You did say it! Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claims was hard evidence? Well, what? Miss May isn't suspicious. And she surely isn't Pink Pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes! Ugh. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up, Your Honor, in my testimonies. Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After I searched the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Nope. Nope. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Lab tests showed the blood was the victim, sir. Also, there was blood found on the victim's fingers. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. That proves nothing. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin the cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about the vital piece of evidence the first time? I don't know. I'm really embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor. Tried to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. The lab tests show that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. On which hand, Detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Haha! Nice try. Uh-oh. I guess that wasn't hard to see there. Detective Gumshoe. Do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, happens all the time in books and movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister. Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order, order. That didn't go so well. That's right. What he said. That's his whole testimony? Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. See, but that's the thing. The autopsy. Objection! Detective Gumshoe. There's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else would have? You have it backwards, detective. But backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, detective. Order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write down anything. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When, the day after the murder? It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being... that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there was a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report. Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Autopsy report updated. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the victim. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please. April May. At your service. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Aww, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the hearts of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was like, in my hotel room, hee. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law office? That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, whoa! I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then, the woman with long hair, she kinda slumped. The end, that's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy wink. Wait, I was supposed to do that, say it out loud. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkable, solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness' testimony just now was quite firm. Didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her careful way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine? Yes. I will gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. It was like, she has the correct time. And then while the woman with long hair was being attacked,
are you sure about that?
I am quite sure about this. I won't lie, that was really good timing. Hold on. Yo, Phoenix, Amaret, thanks so much for the follow. Like, do I press her? I mean, the mousy girl was sitting. Press. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. No. Hold a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean. Okay. If you really had witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Wow. What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. I did see everything I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl with the hippie clothes ran after her, and she hit her with the weapon. I saw it. I did. That's that clock. The statue-y clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Hee hee. I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. No. She needs to describe the weapon. Your Honor, that statement contradicts the evidence. It does? I don't see any contradiction. Really? Objection overruled. Try to Damn. Wait, how does she know it's a clock? That's the real thing. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You said that this is a statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order, order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's the important thing here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. As you may recall, I've caught murderers with questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Ew, that was a close one. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over. What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's because I heard it. Yes, I heard it say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co. No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel, hee. The law offices of Fay & Co. where the murder took place. It's very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have run because the clock was hollowed out. Your Honor, members of the court, it's inconceivable the clock rang in question because it was empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Tisk tisk. Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty, somehow? He knew? I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask when the clockwork was... When was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Ho ho ho, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed. The phone. Take a look at this. That's a very cute phone. Oh ho, you have a girly phone? What? Wait. This isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day with the murder. Order. The defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. Grumble. The good for nothing. The good detective better never. He's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. Oh, so you want me to hold on to the finger for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you the clock wasn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take out the clockwork, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clock was already gone by the time this was recorded, which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain to the court? Just how did you know that the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw the clock before. What's the store again? Oh, I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. So, the witness had seen the clock before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes. Because it was custom made. But this directly contradicts a piece of evidence I've already submitted to the court. Well then, let's hear it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse me. Excuses not on sale today? What? What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Always the crazy ones. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh. Oh. Silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain. I see the truth of the matter. Watergate. What happened there? The Nixon phone tap. The witness never had held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There's no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence proving the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Have a look at this. Oh, that's I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim. Miss Maya Faye's phone, were you not? Oh. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that is the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the cell phone. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation. The defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to... Legasp. Yo, how's it going there, Tempra? Well, actually, there's something I want you to do. Hold on for me. Again? What's it this time? It's a clock. It's a clock to look like that statue, the thinker. And it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. La la la. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May! Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. And she just did that to the judge. It's no fair. All of you are ganging up on me like that. Oh, I'm such a bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? Oh, ah! That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Huh? Answer the question! Do I have to... Yep. Apparently she was wiretapping our boss's phones. Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tipsy tapping irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who thought that, and of course I can, and will. You can't be serious, no way. Way, I say, way, oh, I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know? Like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts. Then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee. I'm thinking of... Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Ergo, your witness was not on the scene of the crime at the time of the murder. So, where does that leave us? It's my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime, with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Miss May Fay, commit murder. No, they're just going to let her walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have... Oh, really? Cool. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well... Come on. I think we gotta go bellboy. Gotta go bellboy. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sucking quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. What? Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you'll recognize that Miss May was not the killer. Thus, she was innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Accept the conditions. Don't tell me the odds. Alright, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood, I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Okay, is it just me, or does he have the same hairstyle as Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh? Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy. So without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call at 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. Okay. Nothing relevant. No. This bellboy won't have any reason to lie. I have to find something using his testimony. One more time, I'll press him until he spills the beans or tea. Precisely 9 then. Precisely, exactly, and most definitely 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent I brought it then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee. I like a iced coffee at 9 p.m. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on the door at the crack of 9 p.m., sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? That is a good question. Are you sure Miss May was on the phone? Absolutely, sir. No, that wasn't the... She asked for a nice coffee to be brought at 9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes. I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9 p.m. The time of the murder. Oh boy. Okay. Precisely 9 then. Precisely exactly, most definitely 9 p.m. I can be so sure. Miss May was quite insistent that I brought it in. Oh, bellboy teehee. Absolutely. Yes, sir, as... How come you're very certain? Well, I bought the room service, sir. The guest, sir, favored me with, an embrasser, sir? Embrasner? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she had a momentarily swayed by the prim of her demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think Miss May was up to something and she wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. This is it. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any discretion, you will end this rather tenuous cross-examination here. It is a bit tenuous. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen. Protest! Wait, please, wait! Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that is all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? What time did she check in? Wait. Bed making. The bed. Bed making. Tell me about making the beds that day. I was wondering what you were going to ask about bed making? A new low. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. The witness will answer the defense's question. Yes, well, it was quite like any other day's bed making. I changed the sheets, the pillowcase, and then I proceeded to make the bed. I had to bring 2 pillows for 2, of course, but they are quite light, you see. See? I see, thank you. Pillows? For 2? Bellboy! What did you just say? Eh? Ah, yes, pillows are light, sir. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you were normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was a good, Brester there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Ooh! You fool! I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then when you brought them room service, you didn't see a man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... Can it... The man? The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof. Your Honor. As has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet, Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that doesn't clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. What a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like that. If it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other men from this court. Ooh! Upstart amateur! These accusations are ludicrous! Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and the defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all for today for the trial of May Fay. Court is adjourned. September 7th. 2:24 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. Mr. Wright! You were amazing in there! Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know? Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers down my spine. If you say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so, not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May, he's the key. Oh, I get it! What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charm won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir! I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis, don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Alright, before we continue any further, I need to use the restroom. If you're subbed here, you don't have to watch ads, but we are going to do a